Good morning, and welcome to another installment of Casey's Motivational Movement, where today, I have a feeling today is going to be your breakthrough. Today is your day for change. Today, you will be inspired. But just for a brief moment, I want to go into what I mean by being inspired. I truly believe that we are first, at our highest being, we are a spiritual being. I truly believe that at our highest being, we are a spiritual being. And as such, we look to be in spirit, or as you were, inspired. So in order to be inspired, we must be able to live in the spirit. And today, my spirit has moved me in such a way that I believe this message will do just that. It will inspire you. And I'll just jump right on into the lesson. And it starts about a story about three gentlemen who were sentenced to a guillotine. There was a priest, a doctor, and a college professor. Now, as they were all sentenced to be executed, they were brought to a bench and given a chance to give one last statement. Of course, the priest was first. And he steps up with boldness and confidence, and he looks into the crowd and kind of sticks his head up a little bit and says to them, "Keep the faith." And as he goes to be executed, the blade drops and it stops just 2 inches from his head. Now the crowd sees this and says, "Hey, it must be an act from God." They thought he was innocent, and so they let him free. Next up was the doctor. The doctor did the same thing. As he stepped to the bench, he looked at the crowd. And the doctor's words to the crowd were, "Physician, heal thyself." And just like the first, when the blade dropped, it stopped just short 2 inches from his head. And the crowd again thought this must be an act and that the doctor must be innocent. So they let him free as well. Last up was the college professor, pretty smart guy. He looks at the crowd and with terrible timing says, "You guys are all silly." He said, "If you just tighten up those 2 bolts, I'm sure the machine will work just as planned." Now what's the message today? Please, 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 don't be like this college professor. Don't be a know-it-all. Unfortunately, in my younger years, I was very much like the college professor. I thought I knew everything. I thought I had all the answers. But later in life, I would go on to realize that I didn't know half of what I thought I knew. Imagine that, me not knowing what I thought I knew. But these days, I'm not afraid to seek wise counsel. And that's what I'm going to ask you to do today. Seek wise counsel. Now, what I mean by wise counsel, I want you to get yourself a coach, a mentor, or perhaps even a great friend to guide you with great counsel. Now, I got a great piece of advice when I turned 21. I sat down with my cousin, and as my cousin looked at me, she looked into my eyes and she saw that my life wasn't going so well. And she asked me, she said, "George, what are you going to do with your life?" And she began the wheels in motion. From that moment, I began to start thinking in a different way and joined the Marine Corps. Now, from that pivotal moment going forward, there's always been someone in my life to advise or to give me this good counsel. Anywhere from the Marine Corps to my personal life to now my professional life, people have always been able to step up or willing to step up and give me great advice. I've always had a mentor, per se, in my life to give me guidance. And these days I seek that guidance. I look to find the people who are doing exactly what I want to do in life. And I ask them questions. And you know what I found out most of the time? People who are doing what they love will never mind telling you about what they do. Let me say that again. People who are doing what they love will never be shy when it comes to telling you all about what they do. So take that as it is and know that there's always going to be someone out there to help you. One other thing I found is in order to get, you must first give. And I'll say that again. In order to get, you must first give. Have you ever been around someone and that person yawns? All of a sudden, you yawn. Have you ever been walking and passed someone, just in slight passing, and smile at that person, and that person gives you a slight smile back? Now, what am I saying here? I'm saying that the world is a mirror. And I love the way that Zig Ziglar put it. Zig Ziglar said, in order to get everything you want in this world, you must first be able to help others get exactly what they want. And that's very true. Whatever you put out in the world is exactly what you're going to get back. So if you're looking for a mentor, be a mentor. If you're looking for a friend, be a friend. If you're looking for a lover, be a lover. Whatever you're looking for, the world is only going to mirror what's already inside of you. So seek, and you shall find. So I hope this message inspires you. I hope that you got something from this message, and I hope that you will continue to live in spirit and be inspired. Until next time, God bless you, and good night.